Hey guys, Steve Tan here. So today I'm going to share this video on how we look at SEO. Okay, so in case some of you guys do not know what's SEO, it's basically called search engine optimization. Okay, so make sure I want to emphasize this because a lot of people are really new into Facebook marketing, so some of them kind of thought that there's only things like Facebook marketing that whereby you can drive traffic. Okay, there's a lot of different ways that you can drive traffic to a website. There's Facebook, there's Google, there's media buys, there's YouTube, there's also SEO. All right, so SEO is basically not instantaneously like Facebook. All right, it's gonna take time for you to see results in SEO because you're not gonna see results from nowhere to top first position in Google. That's not gonna work, right? Okay, so last year we did a lot of SEO for a lot of our sites. All the best-selling products, we always do SEO because when people see it on Facebook or anywhere else, they're gonna be searching for it on Google to see if they can find similar kind of products or products that's actually selling at a different price. They want to do kind of some research before they buy, right? And you want to make sure you're ranking exactly for the top keyword that you're actually selling the product for, right? Because if someone else knows how to do this well, and for example I want to share with you guys one example. So last 2 years ago, Fidget Cube is really popular, and these guys probably did not spend enough effort. The original guys probably did not spend enough effort in ranking their SEOs. So some other marketer that comes along who really knows SEO kind of dominated the first two position. And these guys are not even the originals, but these guys crushed it so hard that even the original guys can't get it to rank on the first position, right? So that is why if you're selling something that's really popular or viral, kind of put in a little bit more effort in making sure SEO is part of your traffic generation strategy as well. Okay, you do not need to know how to do SEO, but you need to have the concept of all right, I need to do some SEO for my site. Okay, so it's basically very easy, and I'm gonna share with you guys where we find good and cheap providers to do SEO for your sites. Okay, all right, so the first things first, let's go to Black Hat Wall. All right, so Black Hat Wall is basically a forum. It used to have a lot of all this black hat kind of stuff, but it kind of it's kind of they pivoted a little bit more to having a lot of different services, and I kind of like their SEO packages from a lot of providers in this forum a lot, right? The reason why, because it's a huge forum and you get to see a lot of reviews and everything. So once you head on, it's called blackhatwall.com. All right, I'm gonna put the link below, so click on the link below. All right, blackhatwall.com. Okay, all right. So when you scroll down below, you're gonna see a lot of something called Marketplace. You can get there's a lot of services that you can find here, like content writing, hosting, images, proxies for sale. But we're gonna focus on just SEO in this video. All right, so let's go either to SEO link building, but usually I like to go to SEO packages because I want to get something probably more for the whole month or month to month. I could renew a new package for my website so that my whole site's kind of get rank better. All right, okay, 1 second. All right, okay, so once we click on SEO packages, it's gonna show you a lot of other services that's from different providers. They have all these fancy names like Lady Gaga, Aura Rank, and contextual backlinks. All these guys have super fancy names, but kind of what you want to be careful here is read out for reviews, because a lot of here reviews are kind of hard to fake because the amount of replies and views they have. Look at this, they have 500,000 views and 5,000 replies. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, all right, Lady Gaga Google Writer all-in-one SEO package. All right, so we're gonna they have all this fancy kind of don't be distracted by all this. Gonna just go down and see what are we getting. All right, they're gonna show you how are they gonna get all these links. I don't know any of all this. I kind of have the basics understanding of SEO because back in the old days I do all the SEO myself, exchanging links, but things have changed so much that pretty much it's been outdated. So pretty much what you guys want to get is get article submissions, and all this good whatever ranks they have, all this. Okay, sharing on Facebook, social media, and all these indexings. they have different packages, like for some for $130, some for like, you know, $99, some for like, you know, $79. Usually what I'll go for is pretty much the most expensive package, because it's like only like, let's see, it's only like $130. And usually if you buy one or two of them together at the same time, you could ask for a discount. All right, you could like look at this. There's review copies, like, you know, a lot of discounts, and chances are most of the time they have discounts. So usually I'll just like I'll PM them, private message them, and ask for their Skype so that I could discuss with them more in depth. So when I ask for their Skype, I'm gonna share with them one of the stores that we're gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna show them, like, you know, I'll tell them which are the few products that we want to rank for and what are the keywords. Okay, so I'm gonna ask them for their advice or kind of like their opinion on which packages should be used. Most often, if not, they're gonna recommend the most expensive package, right? So that's kind of like how they do business, but it doesn't matter. What we care is results, right? So like so some of you guys must be wondering how do I pick which providers, because there's so many options here, right? So one of the things that I always do is I will always read through at least, like, you know, 5 to 6 different providers. I'll go through the last if it's like, you know, replies like in 5,000, I'm not gonna read all the 5,000 replies, right? I'm pretty much gonna read, like, you know, probably the last 10 pages of all the you know, like service providers, like reviews, and like how the members are like commenting on like their services. So pretty much I'm gonna head to the last page, then I'm gonna go 10 or like 20 pages back. All right, so from here I will just go back to 109. I'm just gonna see, like, you know, is there any reviews, like, or how is people satisfied with the service, are they seeing results, so on and so forth, right? And like I'm gonna make my decision based on like whether I find, like, you know, good answers, or whether I'm gonna find good you know, results from these guys, right? So basically, like, sometimes if you guys kind of still find it hard, for us, what we do is, like, if we want to rank for, like, if we're trying to split test different providers, we have 2 different websites, all brand new, and we'll have one of them work on each website. So once you have like people working dedicatedly on one website, it's very easy to see who can rank for which keywords. Okay, so initially, if you want to do it that way, feel free. But if you do not want to like be like really aggressive in finding one, you know, just feel free to test like a few of these providers here. And once you start using this, it's really key you start tracking your keywords, right? So before you start doing SEO, you need to know which keywords you want to rank for. It's either you could like do your research on your own, or you could like hire someone on Fiverr, you know, Fiverr.com, all right? Fiverr.com to do like keyword research for you and like for your website, right? But it's better if you at least know which keywords you want to rank for. So once you know which keywords to rank for, you need to start tracking it, okay? Because if you have people that's working on your website with SEO, it doesn't mean anything if you do not know where's your rankings or you are not tracking it at all, okay? So what I want you guys to go is go certbook.com, click on the link below, and kind of like, you know, check out like the pricing. You know, it's a website whereby you could track all your keywords, and like you can see something like where you start with and what's the movements, daily movements, weekly movements, and like 30 days movement. You want to see if like your service providers for SEO has been working on your keywords, and you'll see like an increase of your ranks. It's a very simple and like software that we use probably like weekly as well. Okay, so you'll be able to check like if your rankings has been increasing or your ranking has been dropping. You want to find out the problem so you could discuss with the SEO provider. All right, so I think it's really cheap. I think it's only like, you know, $9 or like $16 per month, right? Monthly billing, $30 if you have more keywords you want to track. It's all based on whichever keywords, the amount of keywords that you're tracking, and it's based on that. All right, so let's be back here. All right, just check. Usually all the top ones here, it's all paid, so like you could check out the ones below. It doesn't mean like only the ones at the top is the best, but I'll usually want to see a lot of good reviews, good performances from all these people. Usually when people have good ranking improvements, they're gonna post it here in the forum to kind of like thank the service provider, and also because usually the service provider will ask a lot of like reviews from all these people. Okay, so there's also USA agencies here, but probably slightly more expensive. And like for, you know, typical drop shipping stores, it's more about doing it than, like, you know, at least you're gonna outrank a lot of people way better compared to people that hasn't any like that compared to people that hasn't even started any SEO at all. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys start finding your SEO provider and start putting SEO as part of your overall marketing strategy. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video.